Brilliance Audio presents Death Likes It Hot by Gore Vidal, writing as Edgar Box. Performed by Michael Naramore. The death of Peaches Sando the Midget at the hands, or rather feet, of a maddened elephant in the sideshow of the circus at Madison Square Garden was at first thought to be an accident, the sort of tragedy you're bound to run into from time to time if you run a circus with both elephants and midgets in it. A few days later, though, there was talk of foul play. I read with a good deal of interest in the Daily News's account. A threatening conversation had been overheard. Someone, unrevealed, had gone to the police with a startling story, unrevealed, and an accusation against an unnamed party. It was very peculiar. Miss Flynn, my conscience and secretary, elderly, firm, intolerant, ruthless, but pleasingly gray, looked over my shoulder, as was her wont.
"You will not, I presume,
get involved in this grisly affair? No. Or at least not until I'm asked, which is unlikely since the circus has its own public relations set up.
It's possible that some member of the circus, however, knowing your propensity for shady personages and crime, might engage your services."
They'll have to catch me first. Miss Flynn, I'm gone. I stood up abruptly. She looked bewildered, wondering if perhaps I had gone over to the world of bebop. Miss Flynn is a student of Argot, though her own conversation is very courtly, cool, in fact. I'm gone for a week, I explained. She nodded, understanding at last.
"You'll accept Mrs. Veering's invitation to partake of the sun at her palatial estate on Long Island?"
Just this moment decided. No reason to hang around here. August is a dead month. We haven't had any business you can't handle better than I. She inclined her head in agreement. So I'll go out to East Hampton and see what it is she wants me to do.
"Social position has never been Mrs. Veering's aim."
Miss Flynn is a resolute snob and follows with grim fascination Charlie Knickerbocker's rich accounts of the rich. Well, she won't be the first dowager we put over on an unsuspecting public. Miss Flynn scowled. Next to my affinity for shady personages and crime, she dislikes nearly all the clients of my public relations firm. Ambitious, well-heeled characters trying to exploit products or themselves in the press. With the exception of a singing dog who lost her voice, my record has been pretty good in this crooked profession. Recently, business has slowed down. In August, New York dies and everybody tries to get out of the heat. Mrs. Veering's mysterious summons had come at exactly the right time. Alma Etterdale, I know, is a friend of yours, and a dear one of mine. It was at the advice of a friend of hers that I got your name. I do wish you could come see me here Friday to spend the weekend and talk over with me a little project close to my heart. Let me know soon. Trusting you won't let me down, I am sincerely yours, Rose Clayton Veering. That was the message on the thick, expensive notepaper with the discreet legend at the top. The North Dunes, East Hampton, Long Island, New York. No hint of what she wanted. My first impulse had been to write and tell her that I'd have to have a clear idea before I came of what she wanted. But the heat of August relaxed my professionalism. A weekend in East Hampton, in a big house? I dictated an acceptance telegram to Miss Flynn, who snorted from time to time, but otherwise said nothing. I then fired a number of instructions in my best business executive voice, knowing that in my absence Miss Flynn would do exactly as she pleased anyway. Then we gravely shook hands, and I left the office, 2 small rooms with 2 desks and a filing cabinet in East 55th Street. Good address, small office, high rent, and headed down Park Avenue through the sullen heat to my apartment on 49th Street. Big rooms, bad address, low rent.